Follow me, known to stand on all my father's business. Nepotism, blood ties to receive the blessing. Crossing out the lies, let me know if you can see deception. Learn a lesson.
That's what you did since you've been up here.
I went
like this is why this is why God said to get rid of y'all.
That's right.
This is why I said send the bitch out with the child.
Wake them up, this the Great Commission. Yes, sir. The Great Commission. Show the people what they missing. Peace and many blessings. Wake them up, teach. Show them what they missing. Peace and many blessings. This the Great Commission.
All right, man. First and foremost, I'm gonna say call Allah Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai, man. You know, we're Hebrew Israelites to the school of Masada.
Right.
I'm here to teach the Black, Spanish, and Native Americans that, you know, deliverance from this place, Babylon the Great, is for you and you alone.
Right.
Right? What we're not gonna do is we're not going to go back into our vomit, which is Christianity. We're not going to believe Paul's epistles now grant the ability for Edomites or like other heathen to be delivered from this place, because prophecy doesn't say that.
Right.
Right? And what makes that ideology to be manufactured into people's minds is over-reliance on Paul's epistles. And not only over-reliance on Paul's epistles, not mirroring that, not filtering your understanding of soteriology or salvation through the prophets, but using Paul's epistles to now dictate what prophecy means. That's something we will never do here, right? That's not what we were taught, and that's not what we're going to teach. And I don't care who is giving that to you. Vocab gave it to us first. Who else? The slave masters. Well, the slave masters gave it to us first. Vocab came second, and now we have other Hebrew Israelites doing it. No, if it wasn't true when you were quote unquote confounded them, it's not true now because you're saying it. We're not going to do that. But I want to show something. Get 1 Corinthians 15 and 22.
Come on. Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 21.
Bring it out.
For since by man came death, by man came also resurrection of the dead. For verse 22, for as in Adam all died.
So Adam all died. Everybody who's living on earth right now derives from that original Adam. Right? Go ahead.
God. So in Christ shall all be made alive. And
this is where people take Christians and other Hebrew Israelites who believe in Christianity, right? Christianity, all right? This is where they'll go to say, well, everybody has to pay for Adam's sin, so Christ is now going to cover all humanity. Here's the issue with that, right? Here's the issue with even thinking that. Read verse 1. Watch this.
Verse 1. Now I will remind you, brothers, of the gospel I preached to you, which you received, in which you stand, and by which you are being saved, if you hold fast to the word I preached to you, unless you believed in vain. For I delivered to you as of the first importance what I also received, that Christ died for our sins in accordance with the scripture. In accordance with the scripture.
So Christ's death is in accordance to the Old Testament prophecy. Well, if Paul is saying in 1 Corinthians 15 and 22 through 23 or 24, if he's saying Christ's death is for everybody, I should see that in prophecy. Right. And I don't. So what does that mean? That means that either Paul is contradicting himself or Paul means something different. And this is why I say, when you look at Paul's epistles, if you want to try to exalt him over today, right? There's two schools of thought you can have with it, right? And what you have to do to make the Bible make sense. Paul's epistles have authority over all the prophecy. Why do I say that? Because prophecy doesn't say Christ is going to die for everybody. And Isaiah 53 and 8, Christ is going to die for that, the suffering serpent, which is Christ, a Christological prophecy. Christ would die for Isaiah's nation. What's Isaiah's nation? Israel. Isaiah 59 and 20, the Redeemer shall come to Zion and unto those who turn from transgression in Jacob. Right? So if Christ's death, according to Paul, which I would agree in that context, if he died according to the scriptures, I should see the Christological prophecies about Christ dying for people outside of Israel, and I don't. Right? So if Christ says, according to Paul, according to the scriptures, he can't. It's either he's contradicting himself here, or he means something different, and that's the issue. Why do we have to do that with Paul's epistles? Why do we now have to clean it up for people to understand, for it to flow now with the Bible, right? And when I mean the Bible, I mean like the things going on in the prophecy. That's an issue. That means Paul's he's an inconsistent witness of soteriology, even in the same chapter of his same epistle. So what does that mean, right? I need to look at what I can grasp from Paul's epistles that works with prophecy, and other things I have to be spit out the bones. Right? I have to do that. And the reason why I even have to do that in the first place, you see in Acts, Paul quotes, give me Isaiah 59 and 6. Y'all can walk through, y'all good.
White supremacy is bullshit.
It is. It is. It's a whole lot of bullshit, right? Deflated. Go ahead.
Book of Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 6.
Yeah.
Their web shall not become garments, neither shall they
49 is Isaiah 49 is
Book of Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 6.
Yeah.
And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant,
yeah,
to raise up the tribes of Jacob.
So Paul quotes it. Why is it so goddamn loud today?
Say,
read that one more time.
Book of Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 6.
Yeah.
And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant,
yeah,
to raise up the tribes of Jacob,
yeah,
and to restore the preserved of Israel.
To restore the preserved of Israel. That's us obtaining our kingdom, us coming back together as one nation. The whole tabernacle of David lifted back up. We have a king, we have a priest, we have order as a nation. That's us being restored. Continue.
Son, I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles.
Us being a light to the Gentiles, meaning they will learn of our God, they will be subject unto us, they will have a position of, first and foremost, slavery and servitude first, and then they learn of our God. Then the whole world is under subjection to our God. Continue.
Son, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth.
That we may be the salvation to the end of the earth. That age, that era, that age of preservation, of welfare and prosperity, that happens after we're restored as a nation. After they're subjected to us, after all of that is taking place, then the heathen can benefit. Right? You get to live in a world without war. You get to live in a world without greed. You get to live in a world with abundance, ultimate abundance. Right? That's the era in which we're going to live in the future. Now here's the issue, right? Paul is quoting this in Acts, but that hasn't happened yet. In Acts, when that was happening, they didn't know where the northern kingdom was. You had a few of them still sprinkled off into Israel, but them as a nation hasn't been restored. The 12 tribes hasn't been restored yet, right? Then on top of that, us being a light to the Gentiles, that happens in eschatology. That didn't happen in Acts. Right? So what leads me to believe is that the apostles at that time had a mindset that they thought the kingdom was about to happen right then and there. Give me Acts chapter, you still read. Give me Acts chapter 1 verse 6. This is important to know, and this is why it's okay that Paul and certain other apostles misplace or misuse time periods according to prophecy. Right? Hit this.
This is the book of Acts. Chapter 1, verse 6.
Bring it out.
So when they had come together, they asked him, Lord, will you at this time restore the kingdom of Israel?
Will you at this time restore the kingdom of Israel? Why are they asking that? Because they think the kingdom is coming right then. They thought when Christ was risen up from death in the resurrection, that now it's the time of the kingdom. That's the mindset that the apostles are in. That's why they're using verses like Isaiah chapter 49 and 6 in their time period, when everybody knows that's kingdom connotation. You see the same thing with James. That's what they think. Does that mean throw away their epistles? No. Right? Does that mean what they said doesn't matter? No. What that means is we have to, us being Bible believers, we have to understand that was their mindset, that they thought the kingdom was happening right then and there. It's 2025 right now, about to be 2026 in a few more days, right? We have the ability to look at things like we have ChatGPT. We have the Blue Letter Bible app, right? We have what's the other app? We have the Logos Bible app that they have. We have all the information. We can look at the manuscripts. They didn't have that. They had to go to the synagogues to hear the Bible every Sabbath. They didn't get to just walk around with scrolls like how we do. Right. Like this Bible, they didn't get to walk around with that. They did the best they can to the best of their abilities. That's why they teach from the lens that they do. That's not something that's hard. Now, when we look at, hit this again. Continuing that actually.
Isaiah 49?
Yeah.
Book of Isaiah chapter 49, I'm talking about verse 6.
Yeah.
Verse 6. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldst be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Thus said Yahweh, the Redeemer of Israel, and his Holy One, to him whom made it, despised to him, despised to him whom the nation abhorred, to a servant of rulers. Kings shall see and arise. Princes also shall worship, because of the Lord that is faithful and the Holy One of Israel.
Now, why is this being said? Because we see in Daniel chapter 7, verse 13, when Christ comes back, all dominion is going to be given to him. Well, all kings of the earth has to now be in submission to him. That's the time period and the era that this salvation is taking place in, right? To let you know that that's kingdom connotation. Rome still existed during the time of Peter and them. They were still oppressing them, right? You had various other nations that came out, all the derivatives of Rome, you know, the 10 toes on the statue, the 10 horns, like that came from the fourth beast. All of them happened after Acts and after Israel was kicked out of their land. So the kingdom hasn't happened yet. So the era that they're teaching about has to happen in the future. What's going to happen, hopefully, in our time period. God forbid we have to wake up and go through another lifetime in this captivity. Good Lord, what we're going to be looking at then, right? What are we going to be looking at then? That's the craziest thing, bro. That's why it kind of kills me that the people are saying salvation is for Edomites, salvation is for Amalekites, salvation for everybody. That don't make no damn sense, bro. I'm so sick, if anybody knows anything about me, one thing I came into the truth and what I established myself, I hate Christianity. I hate the salvation for all thing. I hate the Trinity. I hate all of that because it's not what we've been taught. When we look at the apostles, we look at the prophets, we look at the history of Israel, we've seen the propensity of the Father as showing that he loves Israel over everybody. Right. Give me Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. And this is going to lead into the salvation for all aspect. Because when we see people say John 3:16, right, where God, quote unquote, loves everybody. You can't say that if he does this. Hit this.
So in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6, for thou art and a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above all people.
What?
Above all people.
Above all people. Go ahead.
That upon the face of the earth.
Continue.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people. For you were the fewest of all people.
So he's saying the Lord didn't love you because of your number specifically, but he's going to tell you why he loves you. Continue.
But because the Lord loves you and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers.
What is that? The covenant. The Lord made an oath about the covenant. What's up with you, brother? You got questions? You just looking? What's your nationality?
Black American.
Just black American? You believe in the Bible? Why not?
Like you said, Jesus is the devil.
We're not saying Jesus is the devil. We're saying that image, what they call Jesus, is a deceiving image. Christ is what you would call a so-called black man. Just like with the people in that surrounding area. And we're demonizing this image because the white Romans, Caucasian people in general, the European people, have purported throughout the world that this is what Christ looks like, so that we look at him, those people and this person as they are God. Right, that we are in subjection to them. That's why we look at Christianity, it's like, oh, forgive them for what they've done. Right, even though they've done this. Chattel slavery, Jim Crow laws, the black codes, all the things that they do, they say, look at our God. This is your God right now. Forgive us for what we've done. It keeps us pacified and being in subjection to them. That's why we're demonizing this image. But we're out here to tell the Black, Spanish, and Native Americans we need to start keeping God's commandments. That's the only thing we've never done. We've tried the church houses, we tried this, we tried jailhouse, like jailhouse Christianity and jailhouse being like Islam, right? All these various things, Pan-Africanism, we tried all that, none of that has helped us. But what will help us is keeping God's commandments. That's why we're here to tell our people. But why don't you deal with the Bible though? Like outside of Jesus.
To be honest, if I'm being real, it's because there's like so many books that they've taken out of the Bible, and on top of that, the person who wrote the Bible is also corrupted himself, which is the normal version, King James. The original King James, he actually was a rapist. He killed his mom or his wife. He killed his mom, and it was like he had a lot, he did a lot, and then he's also the one that wrote these books, these so-called books of the Bible.
Now, my response to that would be is King James didn't write the Bible, right? As far as we see the KJV, he sponsored and paid for it to be translated, right? The Bible just means a collection of books. The Bible isn't really just one book, it's like a whole bunch of various different books, like the Prophet Isaiah, Jeremiah, then you got like the New Testament epistles, then you got the New Testament Gospels. All of that is a collection of books together. He just paid for that. And then secondly, all the allegations I've heard about King James, it's always a new one. If you're gonna look at when those things happen, like as far as when people made these allegations, a lot of those, most of which happened after he died, to demonize that person. But even if we say that did happen about King James, the Bible, as far as these books that are in it, existed prior to him. Like, that's just common knowledge. They all existed prior to him. Now, if you want to deal with the person who wrote it, I mean, it's real easy to say that. It's real easy to say that, oh, they're just corrupted. Have you actually looked at the text though? What have you looked at in the Bible? What have you studied about the Bible?
It's just a lot. Like, for example, God, he tells us he doesn't want us to kill, he doesn't want us to kill, rape, steal, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. But
is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, but I'm just saying that for him to say that all this to be sins, but yet you're our creator, but yet you're killing your creations based off of the free will that you gave us. So it's like, if you gave us free will and you're wanting us to, I guess, follow you, and if we don't follow you, then we burn in eternity in hell. It's kind of like, that's not really free will.
That's what I mean by, did you study this though? Because like the ideology of hell, like you burn forever, that's not in the Bible. Like that's not in there.
Right. I mean, now it is damnation, but like the idea of it, like purgatory.
I mean, purgatory. That's a Catholic.
What's the whole point that you're making though? What you trying to tell us?
I'm intrigued.
I mean, I'm answering his question specifically.
Yeah.
I'm not really making a statement. I'm really just answering his question.
What you trying to tell us? If you had to leave you with one message, what would you leave?
The Black, Spanish, and Native Americans over here, the Israelites. There's a reason why we go through what we go through is because God's actually chosen people. That's the message I want to leave you with. You're going to wrong with.
Gave the people, or like we're actually talking to these people, the knowledge to write what they wrote in the Bible. Do you think that God actually gave the people who wrote the books of the Bible the knowledge to actually write it like they say they do?
Yeah, I definitely do. Ain't nobody in the
But are you a prophet?
Yes. But
God told them.
You say yes?
yes, I'm a prophet.
What make you a prophet? Tell me. That's real.
Just like when we read prophecies in here and I explain it, that makes me a prophet.
What makes a prophecy a prophecy?
The fuck is he talking about?
Hold on, bro. Let me ask you this question. You dialing off into other stuff.
I'm gonna go ahead and get a drink, my brother.
Okay, bro. I seem like you already started on that.
You tell me what a prophecy is, then?
A prophecy is like, say somebody spoke something and it happened. Like, say like I said, you're gonna walk across the street and you're gonna see a car over there.
Would you be able to tell me that though?
But you want me to answer your question?
Yeah.
No, let him explain.
How you gonna ask me a question and me answering you? You interrupt me.
Continue.
No, let him explain.
So let's say I say something specific, right?
Yeah.
On Tuesday, you're gonna get into a car accident, and then that happens. That's a prophecy.
Right. So what would make you a prophet?
When you see things like, let's say let's say Isaiah, right? Isaiah talks about there's gonna come a time when Israel is gonna be established above everybody, right? He talks about there's not gonna be no war, there's not gonna be any there's not gonna be war, there's not gonna be any type of people like going without things. It's gonna be welfare, everything. Micah said the same prophecy in Micah chapter 4. He echoes. One of those happened before the other, right? When he echoes that same prophecy, we know Micah's a prophet.
Why?
Right? Huh?
Why?
Because he's speaking of something that's going to happen in the future.
And it happened.
Just like, let's do it easy. And then we're coming back to your question. Actually, this answers your question too. You do it around 28 and 68.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way wherefore I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So it says the Lord is going to take these people into slavery on ships.
That's him prophesizing. But when did it come true?
Brother.
African trade slave?
I'm getting to that, yeah. Yeah, read that again from the top.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28.
You gotta stop being so antsy, brother.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Yeah.
By the way wherefore I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bond men and bond women. And no man shall redeem you.
So when you look at this prophecy, it says it's talking to the Israelites when he says this. You're gonna go into slavery again on slave ships, and when you get there, somebody's going to sell you for bondman, slave man, and slave woman. That literally happened right here.
When did somebody come to save you?
What?
It said no one will.
It said no one will, brother. Oh, you're moving too fast.
I'm just seeking understanding.
I know you're trying to seek understanding, but like, let me land my thought. So he's saying you're going to go into slavery on slave ships, and nobody's going to be able to save you out of that. We see that literally happen in the chattel slavery. That's something that happened to us. Get Deuteronomy 28 verse 30. Watch this.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 30. Thou shalt betroth thy wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Yeah.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Yeah.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
What do you think that means?
No, I don't understand what it means.
Okay, if you don't understand, I'll tell you what it means, right?
Wait,
read it again from the top.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 30.
Yeah.
Thou shalt betroth thy wife, and another man shall lie with her.
You should get a wife.
Wait, but first it said thou shalt be thought. What does that mean?
Betrothed. Just like promising to marriage. That's what
Thou shalt promise to marriage is
No. You should betroth a wife. Like say like you have a quote unquote girlfriend, right? And like you've already proposed to her, right? That's like that intermediary period between you like engaged all the way into marriage. Every time.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 30 NLT. You will be engaged to a woman.
See, that's what I mean. Like when you ask a woman to marry you, right? They said it's that intermediary time before then. Go ahead.
But another man will sleep with her.
What?
But another man will sleep with her.
That happened right here. You seen that movie Roots? You seen any slave movie?
But when did that happen in my life?
It happened in time. It's not happening like this to us, brother. To Israelites, really us though.
So the Israelites' wife got slept with another man. Every Israelite.
No, brother.
What do you mean? I'm just asking.
Wait. No.
What I'm saying
Let's
is,
get to the point.
I'm getting to the point.
I don't want him to be. But let's get to the shit.
I'm getting to the point. So what I'm saying is this, right? When you see in any slave movie, right, what happened to blacks over here, right? While we were in slavery, you had the white man come and take our wife and rape her. We literally see that in prophecy. Not only do we see things like that, we also see how you would go on slaves, you go into slavery.
But when did you see it happen?
But
The 1600s.
Okay, let me ask you. So you are a prophet.
Yes, sir.
You claim to be, right?
Yes, sir.
What is your prophet?
What do you mean, what is my prophet?
What do you foresee happening in the future?
The same thing the prophet said.
No, what's that?
I'm asking you. Y'all stop talking at the same time. So I got you right. The point I was making to you when you first came up, we call ourselves prophets because we echo the same thing the prophets do. Like the spirit, it does because you see Micah do the same thing that Isaiah did and vice versa. Right? We're echoing the same thing these prophets did. These prophets talk about how Babylon, America is going to fall. Israel is going to be delivered from here and go into their land. They're going to take the rest of the nations who oppress them into captivity according to prophecy. We're echoing that same exact thing. That's what makes us prophets.
What's going to happen in the future? That's what I'm asking.
I literally just said.
So what do you think?
This place right here. Yeah, this place right here will fall. Babylon the Great. Israel, God showed the people the elect will be delivered from this place and go back to their original land. And they're going to be rulers of the world.
So we, black men and women, will go back to our land. What's our land?
Israel. Yeah, from the Nile to the Euphrates.
So we will all go back to there.
Yeah.
And then what?
We will be rulers of the world. Okay. It says, give me Daniel chapter 7.
I respect you. Okay. But look, this is the only thing that where we differ is I believe that Israel is wherever we make Israel. I don't believe that Israel is a certain geographical location.
Well, the Lord said He'd give Israel, or He'll give Abraham's lineage from the Nile to the Euphrates. That's the literal promised land. Those are physical places. Yeah. The Nile River and the Euphrates River are physical places.
Back there.
The Lord's going to bring us there.
How?
Through the chariot. He's going to deliver us.
So we need to deliver us through ships. What do we need to do to make that prophecy?
Great. That's the best question you asked since you've been up here. Thank God. That's the best question. Give me 1 John chapter 5. Some plan. Something planned.
I think it's a disconnect.
Where we get first?
How do we get to Israel?
Book of 1 John.
Why? If we go there,
John chapter 5.
This is my deepest question then. Why do y'all believe? Okay, so no, because I understand this.
We gotta get something. So I can answer this quick question. Let me answer this question.
What's in
Book of 1 John chapter 5 verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous.
That's the love of God. That's how you get about it. You have to love the Father. You have to keep His commandments. That's all.
What's different? You feel me? Like, is it the soil? Like, is it I eat an apple from Israel and I go to heaven? Like,
and how would you go about substantiating?
What do you mean substantiating?
Is that where garden?
So wherever I go, I'm blessed. That's Israel.
I mean,
that's heaven.
But what does that mean though?
So
because I could just say like, hold on. That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent of like, you know, some people say like they wake up one day and just say they're male when they're female.
But how do you know when you're blessed and when you're not blessed?
Hold on. I want to substantiate this. Okay. That's like somebody just doing that with no proof, no evidence, no whatsoever.
What is proof?
I wake up one day. Proof is say like I say something, right? A hypothesis, and I show evidence of it that it's an actual true statement. That's how you show proof of something. That's what proof is.
Is proof a matter of showing proof or experiencing proof then? Because I can experience something that I can't explain.
That literally is the same thing.
No, time out.
You don't know what you're just saying,
If I book a flight and go to Israel tonight, what's different? Am I automatically going to heaven? Like, what do I need to do in Israel? That's different.
What I mean by us going to Israel There's going to be divine intervention for his people from this specific place. And he's going to take us from here and deliver us into our land. That's the promise he made with our forefathers and us.
Then this is my point.
No.
We know, because if we have a conversation, but we're going to have to go somewhere. We can't just keep on talking about different things. Now, I'm talking about the deliverance that the Lord promised. Give me Luke chapter 1, verse 6.
No, before you do that, if I book a flight tonight and go to Israel, and I live there, am I going to heaven? Like, I don't understand.
No, this is the final thing. This is ended up. Let me ask this. Why? Okay,
No.
I want to understand what's in Israel.
Hold on. Let's bring over to this conversation. What have I told you so far?
You saying that
we will be delivered to a new land.
Deliver us to Israel. But like I'm saying, if I go there tonight and I go to Israel, like what's the difference between God taking me there and me going to like what's in Israel?
You will be a ruler then.
Why?
If you book a flight in 2025 right now, December, what is it, the 20th, right? Yeah. December the 20th, right? And go there. When you go there, you're going to see a white person there with a small hat on. He's going to call you cushy, and if you say you believe in Christ, you're going to go to jail. That's what's going to happen to you in the 2025.
That would never happen to me.
What I'm telling you, it would happen to anybody here who says that.
No, don't let him distract you. Don't let him distract you.
He's not.
It's the difference between
but I'm gonna say
faith
this,
and
right?
knowledge.
The difference between that and in the future, right? When we get brought to that land, those people right there are going to come bowing to you.
If you got
because
faith,
you
no matter where you step on the globe,
what comes with our deliverance and everybody acknowledging us as God's chosen people. That's the point that we're looking for. Not literally going to another place. What happens when we go to this place specifically is we get acknowledged as God's chosen people. We're ruling the planet.
Acknowledgement don't matter, but blessings matter more than acknowledgement. I can walk and not be acknowledged and still be blessed.
Now, let me be honest with you right now. How can you say you're blessed but you can't even keep a coherent thought?
Because it's me in line with the Spirit.
I'm just being honest, bro. Like it's just every 2 seconds.
What you gotta say? What you gotta say?
You don't speak, it don't matter.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
No, truth is true.
What does that? Okay, let's do this. And you have a cross on with a white man on it. Who was not even a real person. So if we're gonna play that game, yeah. I know we're done.
I wasn't in the conversation. I know. So why call me out there? Because what was that about? That was an attack. What was that about?
No, time out.
You asked me no questions. You don't understand nothing.
Back up a little bit.
We good.
You don't have to be here. You don't have to be here. Nobody's making y'all be here.
And this is what
I didn't even address him, and he talking to me like.
And the reason why I'm doing it is to insert yourself in the conversation. That's why you did it. If you don't like what comes behind it, leave. Okay. You don't have to be here. You're making y'all be here.
My man,
like I'm just saying.
This is what dialogue is for.
I'm not trying to do that, to be honest.
If this is conversation is for you, a brother, man. We come with peace, we come with love, we come with dialogue.
And I hear that.
If bro has an objective point of view,
I know. And I hear that.
It's dialogue.
But let's do some rewinding real fast. Let's go back to what happened. You would ask me a question. You asked me a question, then he's asking me a question at the same time. I go to answer your question, he's asking me a question. Then I go to answer his question, you're asking me a question. And then after, when I start focusing on you, he runs back there and says, this is trash. So why should I respect that? If you can't even respect me enough to listen to what I'm saying, because the thing is this, right? Let me show you something, right? You can't be a man. Can you say you respect me if you're talking over me when I'm trying to answer your question? Can you say that though?
I'll show you nothing with no respect.
But it don't even matter about respect.
But how?
It don't even matter about
everything.
No, it matter about respect.
I want to find your point of view.
Time.
This
is the last question I got to ask. Does it matter more what you experience or what you read?
None of that matters.
What does matter then? What matters the most? What you experience or what you read?
The Most High. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good night. Yeah, this conversation is completely free.
Answer my question. What's my matter?
answered your question. None of it to me. None of it.
What is your definition of Most High?
That doesn't matter.
I respect y'all.
It doesn't matter, bro. Like, sure. We dab. I dab. I'm not really into this.
What matters to you?
It's not a disrespect. I just do this. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bro, it's fine. Y'all have a good day, bro. Y'all have a good day.
What matters most? What you experience or
y'all
what
have
you
a good day, bro. Y'all have a good day, bro. He's not gonna answer you. He's not gonna answer you.
What? How do you know what he going? This is a grown man.
Because this is my organization. He's not gonna answer you.
Are you his leader? Are you?
Yes.
Can we
Are you his?
Yes.
You gonna tell him what to do? How do you know what? How do you know what he gonna answer?
That's fine.
Niggas on the block.
I gotta go. What are you here for? What are you here for? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just niggas be so silly. I'm like, when you try to show respect to niggas, show respect to niggas, they gotta spin on it by talking over you when you're trying to answer your question. It's like I can't even have a coherent thought because they don't.
Believe what you don't see.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, and this is give me Matthew chapter 11. Give me Matthew chapter 11. That shit'll kill me, bro.
Don't believe what you don't see. I guess you ain't breathing, huh, goofy nigga.
I used to got so like one thing I can't stand about doing this specifically. I gotta do with dumb niggas. That's the most irritating thing. I have to be respectful no matter what they do. A nigga can sit here, get cut, like psychologically get cut, and then walk around and say, oh, this is trash, oh, y'all believe in the trash, and I have to come back and now respect that same person.
Nigga talking about nigga unemployed. It's just Saturday.
Nigga talking about, like, I can't help a day off, nigga. Like, that's what, like, and that's some bullshit. That's such white man shit. Unemployed, bro. Imagine that. And he said, oh, look at you. You just in front of a bar. I said, well, you got a damn idol on your name. Which one's worse? A nigga with an idol, a nigga falling, I doubt give me I bet you two. I bet you 2:14. 2:18. What's worse? A nigga having an idol or somebody out here teaching a word on a Saturday night? There's so much shit I can do, right? I have so much shit I can literally do, but it's not wasting my time. I give up my time to try to teach dumb niggas the Bible and how they can receive salvation. Right. I don't even get physical payment from this.
Right. What's even crazy that pissed me off about the whole thing? They literally came and disrupted a whole conversation.
A whole conversation.
And they just want to bombard and act like they cool. Nigga, no, you disrupted a whole motion.
It's so
they got
irritating.
No patience, no diligence, man.
None, bro. Like, you're killing me. Give me that Matthew 11. This.
Chill out. I'll open up the side.
Yeah.
Book of Matthew chapter 11 and verse 21.
Yeah.
Woe unto the woe unto the kerosene, woe unto the Bethsaida. Matthew chapter 11 verse 21. Woe unto the kerosene, woe unto the Bethsaida. For if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Zidon, they would have repented long ago.
They would have what?
They have repented long ago.
So this is the thing that be killing me, right? If we were out here teaching that the white man can be saved, the Asian man can be saved, the Somalian man can be saved, them niggas were repented a long time ago. But since we had to come to you dumbass niggas, right, we have to keep doing the same repetitive cycle and keep going through the goddamn regeneration because y'all niggas don't want to get it, right? Wow. Y'all have the prophets. Just think about this, bro. Y'all have the prophets in 2025. I went through 22 years of my life being a nigga, being nothing. And now you have the ability to have the prophets and you want to misuse the prophets? Why? I shouldn't be surprised because we see in 2 Chronicles, y'all misuse the prophets. Y'all have the ability to have every and any answer biblically, spiritually. Every answer you could, every question you could ever have answered, but you don't even want to apply none of that, bro. You can't listen, you can't do nothing. But you want to come to me and try to get loud because I talked about the idol on your neck. Niggas is bro.
Right.
Like this is, it's like I was so through with the conversation. I was like, bro, it's whatever, bro. I don't even care. Niggas be bitches, bro. Read this.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 18. What prophet is an idol?
Yeah.
When his maker has shaped it.
So hold on, what prophet you to have a damn cross with a white man around your neck? How does that help you? You want to get loud because I want to talk about the cross your mama gave me, man. My mama gave me this cross. My mama gave me this chain. Okay, read it again.
What prophet is an idol when his maker has shaped it? A metal image, a teacher of lies.
It's a what?
A teacher of lies.
It's a teacher of lies, right? When you put a white man around your neck, all it does is teach people that Christ is a white man. That is a lie. That is a heresy. That is a falsehood, right? It doesn't profit you at all. Why? Because number one, you teach a lie. Number two, you're damning yourself to be destroyed when Christ cracks the sky, man. What's up, man? Y'all know y'all the Israelites of the Bible, man. I need y'all to understand that. Right. Oh my God, bro. I'm so tired of dumb ass niggas, bro. Somebody give me a precept. Give me a precept. I don't give a fuck what it is. You about to go to the mall.
I got one. Isaiah 1 and 5.
Get Isaiah 1 and 5. Perfect precept, actually. Whoever get that first.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 5. Why would you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it.
There's what?
There's no soundness in it.
There ain't no soundness in these niggas now. None whatsoever. There is no soundness. Nobody has sound doctrine. Everybody believing in bullshit. Niggas want to talk about I don't deal with the Bible, and nine out of the 10 responses of why he doesn't deal with the Bible is Christian rhetoric. Oh, it's talking about purgatory. Oh, it's talking about hell. Oh, it's talking about, and God says don't rape people, but this, that. Like, nobody studies. We don't, bro. Black people, Black, Hispanic, and Native American people over here on this side of the hemisphere do not study a damn thing.
Right. But know everything.
But know everything, apparently. Right, y'all holier than thou. Keep going.
John, we talk back to verse 6. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and petrifying sores. They have not been clothed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Neither what?
Neither mollified with ointment.
Neither mollified with ointment. Y'all don't got no type of healing whatsoever. Nothing here helps y'all. Nobody gives a damn about y'all. But people out here who actually give a damn about y'all, that's the people you misuse.
Right.
That's Israel for you in 2025. Imagine that, bro. Like y'all gotta think about it. I don't know why people never bring this up, bro. We came into the ideology of us being Israelites and we gotta keep the commandments after decades of our life has passed. After we racked up a multitude of sins, most of which you wouldn't even be forgiven for. And a lot of y'all didn't have the prophets. A lot of people didn't walk up and see people out here teaching the Bible and to come into the truth that way. They watched a video or something like that. You have the luxury of having somebody who knows the Bible, who can answer your questions, and it's fuck you to them, huh? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy to me, bro. Finish that.
That was it.
Give me 16. Verse 16.
Verse 16. Wash you and make you clean.
Do what?
Wash you, make you clean.
And that's what needs to happen to a lot of these damn niggas over here, bro. Niggas need to get washed off and made clean. Let's see why.
Put away the evil of your doing.
And that's one thing a nigga need to do. The evil of your doing. Everybody loves evil. Everybody loves darkness. That's why they hate us so much. Right? You see in the book of John, right? With the Gospel of John, it talks about light is coming to the world and men love darkness rather than hate the light. Rather than the light, right? They love that. It feels good because it's easy for them. They hate anything that's righteous. But y'all be the same people in church on Sunday singing and dancing right there next to your grandma, somebody throwing a towel over her, and you say, oh, she do that every Sunday. Like, I be so tired, bro. I gotta deal with Hebrew Israelites in the Hebrew Israelite community, probably compromised. I gotta deal with the dumbass niggas out here. I gotta deal with chaos in my job. I gotta deal with chaos in the world. I gotta deal with just all this madness, and I gotta put a smile on and respect y'all while y'all are flipping me off and spitting in my face. That's what I hate. I cannot stand that. Keep going in Isaiah.
Come on, book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 16.
Read up.
Wash you, make you clean. Put away the evil of your doings from before my eyes. Cease to do it. Learn to do well. Seek judgment. Relieve the oppressed. Judge the fatherless. Plead of the widows.
Yeah, keep going.
Come now and let us reason together.
Do what?
Come now and let us reason together.
That's what we're doing out here by occupying the space of a prophet. Right? God says, come and let's reason together. He raised up his prophets to be his voice out here to bring you back to him. He's saying, come and let us reason together. Wisdom crieth out in the streets. This is what it looks like. It's time for our people to wake up, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like it pisses me off. Like we can't even have a fruitful conversation because a nigga gotta be an asshole, bro. Don't know nothing. IQ probably under damn 50, and that's a nigga. That's a nigga who wants to talk over me like he knows. I just believe this. Just pull the shit out your ass, bro. I can't, bro. Read that next verse.
Come on, verse 17.
Yeah.
Learn to do well. No, I'm tripping. Verse 19. If you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land.
Yeah.
But if you refuse and rebel, you shall be devoured with the sword.
And that's all we know, right? We're gonna be devoured by the sword, and we've seen that. Look at what our women look like. Look at how our people are. Look at how we act. We have been devoured, right? What does that mean? Conquered in war. Our mind has been conquered. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 28. Our mind has been conquered. Our ideologies have been conquered, bro. Our willpower and our understanding has been conquered.
That's right.
We've been overthrown as a nation.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 28.
Yeah.
The Lord will strike you with madness and blindness and confusion of mind. And you shall grope at noonday as the blind grope in darkness.
What does that mean? You'll grope at noonday when the sun is most bright, like how the blind grope in darkness, right? That means you're going to be physically, like not physically, but mentally and spiritually blinded. That's how our people are, bro. Give me verse 48.
Verse 47, because you did not serve the Lord your God with joyfulness and gladness of heart, because of the abundance of all things, therefore you shall serve your enemies.
So since you didn't want to serve the Lord for the want of all things, you can have whatever you wanted, but since you chose to not serve the Father, and you want to serve the devil, you want to serve yourself, now you're going to do what? Read it.
Therefore you shall serve your enemies, whom the Lord will send against you in hunger and thirst, in nakedness and lacking everything. And he will put a yoke of iron on your neck.
So you're going to serve him for one of everything. Everything you could possibly want is what you have to go to the damn white man or Asian man for, right? For the most part. You have to go to them for everything. And they're going to put your ass in captivity. Go ahead.
And he will put a yoke of iron on your neck until he has destroyed you.
Until he's what?
Until he has destroyed you.
And what is that destruction? A mental destruction. They don't need the chains on us no more because we live that spiritually. That's why. Oh yeah, Shalom. That's why we continue to serve these damn gods. That's why we continue to serve ourselves, man. But with that, I'm gonna say call Allah Yahweh Shema Mashak Yahushai Shalom.
Shalom. Follow me, known to stand on all my father's business. Nepotism, blood ties to receive the blessing. Crossing out the lies, let me know if you can see deception. Learn a lesson, wake them up. This the Great Commission. Yes, sir. The Great Commission. Show the people what they missing. Peace and many blessings. Wake them up, teach. Show them what they missing. Peace and many blessings. This the Great Commission.